Hello.
Hello, knitters.
No. Oh, bonjour.
Bonjour. It's PJKnits here live. Well, not really live, but we're alive in Montreal at Knit City. And today is Saturday, May 20th. It is cloudy and 68 degrees in Montreal, but it's our view. Check it out on PJKnits Instagram and check out the views that we've had the last few days from Montreal. It's been beautiful here. We've had a wonderful time. Yes, and so you all know my friend.
Hello, I'm Priceless on Ravelry. Don't ask me at Instagram.
And first name's Debbie.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, we're going to start off with these lovely bags that have been coveted by one and all at Montreal. Our friend Sandy made these for all of the retreat Knit City travelers that are coming from the U.S. that we've met through various functions, Frivolous and Frugal, 3-Ply Podcast, their mini meetup. And so she made those for all of them, even the people she didn't know that came from Peoria as well that flew in. So thank you, Sandy.
They're beautiful. They were great for shopping, through the market. It was wonderful.
And everybody wanted one here.
Oh.
They wanted to know who they could buy it from.
People were stopping us, saying, "Where'd you get that bag? May I see the inside?"
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
it was great.
We are so lucky to have one and to know Sandy, and she's such a gracious giver also to the podcast as well, that we'll talk in future episodes. So this episode is all about Montreal. We're just going to tell you about our trip. Debbie and I, we prefer to drive, so we drove from Peoria, Illinois, and we left on Tuesday morning, really early, 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Okay. And we drove to London, Ontario, Canada, spent the night there.
Then we went to visit the knitting the next day.
The next day we went to Toronto and we went to the Knitting Loft and shopped there. And we went to a couple of malls, Premium Outlet in Toronto, and went to Hudson Bay. And for us, at least for me, it was so cool to walk into a shop, to a department store, because all of ours have left Peoria. There's nothing like that anymore. And to be able to go in and shop, look at the shoe department. They had a shoe department.
Just to look around and go, oh, look, Real Mall does exist.
It was super, super cool to do that. So caught up to lunch, and then we drove off on Wednesday to Montreal. And we got here in the evening. Super fun. We learned about En Route. I think it's maybe Ontario's version of our rest stop, but much better than the U.S.
Yes, everything had a gas station, a Starbucks, or Tim Hortons. It was a one-stop shop. And
you could sit and get your meal and eat there, plenty of room, easy to get through, gas and all of that. So I think that was a plus. This is like amazing. We in the United States could take a lesson from how to do that. And there was some every, 25, 30 miles. So no worries with that. Very clean and just really super, super, super cool. So that was on Wednesday. And then Thursday morning, we got up and decided to shop Montreal. Debbie was driving because she doesn't mind the narrow streets.
Debbie has no fear of what's coming at her.
Right. So we got to see a lot of Montreal, the brownstones.
Oh, they're beautiful.
The old. I don't know if you would call it Old Montreal. I'm going to call it Old Montreal because it seemed like to it in places. And our real goal then was to go to the yarn shops that were in Montreal. And so we plugged into ways to how to get to those. And the difficult part on almost every one of them was finding parking. But, Debbie was a trooper and she'd drive around and we'd look and we'd park somewhere we shouldn't. And then we'd say, oh, maybe we shouldn't park there because
we're going to get a boot.
We're going to get a boot or whatever.
We did see somebody with a boot on their car and we thought maybe we shouldn't park there.
Totally. So we found, we really saw a lot of cool buildings on Thursday while we were en route to the yarn shop. So, and some houses and just, the city itself. So I can say we really saw a lot of the city.
Yes, we did.
Then a couple of days later. So,
yes.
So our first trek, the first place we went, the first yarn shop, was Espace Tricot. And we got there right after they were opened. And it was just a nice, yes.
Cute little shop. The owners were very polite and helpful. Lots of samples, that might be tucked in a shelf, but all you had to do was ask, and they would pull it, right out, or you could look at it yourself.
Super, super sweet. And when I saw her today, she said, "Oh, good to see you again," when we were in the booth. So I thought that was super nice.
Yes.
Just a nice shop. And Hannah was the other young lady that we saw, that she was very helpful on some things, as well as one of the owners. So that was super fun. And what they had, I have been waiting for this book, and I don't even know how to pronounce it, if it's Mouche or it's Mooch and Friends, but anyway, it's put out by...
Mouche sounds good.
Yeah, Mouche sounds fun.
Mouche, maybe.
It must be Mouche.
Because there's no accent.
It's
mark,
Mouche.
So it's got to be Mouche.
But it's Mouche and Friends, and I've been wanting to get it, and the owner, what's the young one? Amy? I don't know. The blonde one, not necessarily the younger one, said that they had just gotten it in, and the distributors was sold out at some point in time. So I decided to buy it. As long as I was at Espace, I would do it with them. And so here is the book. And I've heard a lot of good things about the book. It's all these animals, and my granddaughter requested a pig, and I had started a pig, but it's all put together. So these are the colorways with the help of one of the owners. And Debbie, I picked out, and I'm going to do...
It's called Elemental Effects, and it's Shetland fingering. But these are the colors, and did you find the pig?
Yeah. It's interesting, too. It's called...
So I think this is the pig's...
Pig's body is the light, right?
Yeah, this is the pig's body. This will be the ears, but plus the
feet.
The feet and the arms, but wasn't it the pants too?
No, they're going to be out of the other one. This pig is called Alphonse and Mina.
And these two are the pants.
Yes, those are going to be the pants, and then the shirt's going to be out of the teal, because Grandma has to do that for her.
Grandma's color has to be in there somewhere.
Yeah, Alphonse and Mina. And as I understand it, there is no sewing up on any of these, so it should be fairly easy. But
I'm anxious to hear that, because I've made toys, as you know, and they all have some sort of sewing to be done. I'm anxious to hear.
If there's a little bit of sewing, I'm okay.
Right.
So I'm really super excited about Mouche and Friends, and I was going to wait and get it from my local yarn shop, but I figured if I did that, I might not be able to get it in time.
Well, because they said they had problems getting it, the distributors.
Totally. So I decided to go.
Well worth getting it while you see it. You buy it, end of sentence.
Yeah. So we did that. And then, did you buy anything? No?
No, not at Espace. No. Okay. I looked at Knitting for Olive, which now I will go back and order, thinking they'd have it here. They didn't.
Right. We definitely both saw Knitting for Olive, and we will be ordering Knitting for Olive. Our whole intention was to feel some of these things. I really wanted to make sure it was something that I wanted or that I would knit with. And I think we both decided Knitting for Olive, we would try that in possibilities. So the next stop was La Maison Tricotée times Le Plateau. And that was a cute little shop. That one was the one with the turquoise front.
Oh, yeah.
And again, if you follow PJKnits on Instagram or my blog, www.pjknits.blogspot.com. There'll be pictures later on that one of each of the shops that we kind of went on, got our pictures taken from. And they were super nice as well. We bought a gift for a friend's birthday. It's down in the car already, so we're not going to show that. But they were super nice, wanting to know, we were here for the festival.
From? Right.
And the owner gave us a recommendation for lunch, had one of her staff write out something for us, and so super, super nice, and had a lot of nice yarns to check out as well. So Next up, we tried to go to La Babineuse, but we circled that so many times that there was no parking. And that was always the issue, was trying to find parking on these narrow streets that weren't tied to houses or brownstones.
Or permit parking.
Or permit parking, yes, right. So we tried really hard to go to there, but they were at the market today, so we were able to see what they had as well. So that was fine.
That was nice.
That was fine, yeah. And then finally we went to Les Tricoteuses du Quartier Wool. Again, just to shop. That was the one that was downstairs. Super sweet lady. We were trying to finagle a picture. and she was from the area, and she, said, "Can I take that for you?" Yes, that would be wonderful, because we couldn't get far enough back to get it. So again, check those out on Instagram under PJKnits or the reels or the stories, because they're all there. So that was fun. We were going to go to Biscotti's, but by that time it was late in the day. We knew our friends were flying in, and we decided, and we knew that they would also be at the market.
Right. And
so we did not go to that one. That was across...
That was about an hour away.
Yeah, and I think it was across the St. Lawrence, which is right out there, I found out, from the people ladies we were sitting with today.
Right.
So we did that on Thursday, and then came back, and our friends came back, flew in.
Right.
We saw a lot of our friends, and we had dinner with them upstairs. Got our room upgraded to concierge level so that we could get into the concierge.
The club. So we are now fancy people.
And, and something that I will do again. Not necessarily here, but if I was going to a function, I would definitely do that as well. Upgrade, because we're going to go up later and sit and knit for a while, and there's hors d'oeuvres at night, and there's breakfast in the morning, and the price is reasonable. And
we couldn't eat breakfast for, well, I take that back. It would have covered. We could have eaten breakfast for $40, is what the guy was telling us, and. Yeah, it wasn't much more than that. So
and being where we're at in Montreal, there are places to go and eat, but you have to walk or Uber, and we have we don't eat everything that everybody else eats.
Right.
So we were fine with eating upstairs, and they always had something that for me and for you, for allergies and me, that we could find to eat. And I haven't went hungry since we did that. So we upgraded, thanks to our friends Victoria and Brenda, letting us know about that. And so and then you can just sit up there and knit, some spaces. It got crowded this morning because of course it's the weekend. So.
It's the weekend, there's a wedding, all the knitters were here. So there's a lot of people.
A lot of things going on.
Right.
So that was Thursday, and then on Friday, we was upstairs for a little bit, and then Debbie and I took off on a little trek looking for the underground city, and
it's a mall.
It's a mall.
It's 5 malls.
Yeah.
Connected. I mean, there's a website, but so it's really interesting looking. But there's 5 malls connected underground.
Right.
So it's around the metro and everything. But we never saw these 4 green flags that we didn't know about until somebody said it later. And
so by that time, it was a good 25 minutes. We probably walked, and then 25 minutes back, a little bit uphill. And so we got a walk in, and we still saw some parks and a church, and we saw a lot of things in Montreal. So I did not think that it was a wasted effort to go out and about. So we did that on Friday. And then last night we came back after a dinner upstairs, and we had knit night with Knit City.
Where we got upgraded.
Exactly. We had a table in the back. And as it was, you have to, when you do your tickets for Knit City, you have to prepay those. And so they were assigned seats. And so our groups were kind of a little bit scattered everywhere, which was fine, because then you get to meet new people. Right. So we were back in the back, and they came, and the reserve tables opened up for upgrades, and we got an upgrade.
So they gave us an upgrade, which we were thrilled about. It's like
we were right up front.
Of course, all our friends were going, where you guys can.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Got an upgrade, and the hostess were. I only remember Amy from La Bien Amie. She was part of the
Sasha
and then Julie. I'm not sure.
Anyway, Julie or Lisa?
Yeah, part of the Knit City.
Big swing dance.
Yeah, and part of the Knit City. So we had a good time at that. Couple of hours. There was some contests. There was some show and tell of people doing some fashion shows.
A little bit of raffle.
Yeah, a little bit of raffle.
Trivia.
And Sandy gave away 2 of her bags.
Oh, yeah.
Because everybody wanted one. She had 2 extras. So that was super cool as well. So that was fun. You know, it was a good time. It was a good time. And I heard some things about the MCs, we learned about them. So that was kind of last night. So then this morning was market, and we had breakfast, leisurely breakfast, and then went down and got into market, and we just got back about a half hour ago.
I was going to say we've just been done shopping.
Yeah. We made several
trips. Still a few hours.
Yeah.
Left to shop, but
right, we could still go down.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe not.
Yeah, probably not. I think I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm right at that limit for customs. Not really.
I have plenty.
It depends on which side. Is the customs on that side or on the customs on the U.S. side? Don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I'm okay. Okay. So I'm okay with that. Not a problem. But so we went down and shopped, and I had a list of places that I wanted to go, and it was really busy down there. It's been busy most of the day, but it's been open to the public, so there's been a lot of people coming in as well, and just a lot of people wanting to shop it. So, but we kind of went a couple of places, and then we started back all over again, and then we found our friend, and we went back. We had a Starbucks every afternoon. Is a Starbucks?
Yeah, we took a break.
Yeah,
I think a sit and think break.
Yeah, and at Starbucks. So,
yeah, at Starbucks.
So we did that, and then went back in and shopped a little bit, and then finally, we did Sonder Yarn, because Sonder Yarn's booth was packed.
It still is.
It still is, and the entire day, and so and I probably should have not went back in, but I got something that I've been wanting. I told Debbie I've been wanting it for years, and so this was the perfect time to get it. So anyway, let's show what we bought.
Well, I did not purchase that much, so because I couldn't find what I wanted, so that's okay.
Yeah.
I bought a raccoon pom-pom because I have a hat I'm going to make with Julie Aslan's yarn that has the different shades of blue in it and stuff. So this was from, wait a minute, I'll tell you, I can't pronounce it, Arush Tattoo?
I have no idea. And just to let you know, there will be no show notes on what we bought, so you totally have to pay attention to. Yes,
that's the name of it.
Yeah,
I do not know, but it is raccoon, which I thought was fun, cool. It's big, it's fluffy. I mean, it looks big. It is big,
and it's so soft, and it has the snap on the back as well. So, yeah. So write it down if you need to know anything about it, because there will be no show notes on this one.
And then I bought some cool row counters. And so I was thrilled about that. And you can pin them on your bag. You can pin them on your body and count your rows, which sometimes you can't find those row counters.
From Twill and Print.
From Twill and Print. Very nice people.
Oh, nice. Super nice young people.
I bought some cards. Now, where did we get these?
She's on the back. She is Catherine Pelletier. And our friend Kendra has told us about these. So
she had some wonderful... I know Penny got some of these.
Well, we can show them again. No biggie. You got strawberries. So you didn't get... you didn't.
Yeah, no. I said I didn't get everything knitted. I got this one. That one knitted. Dropped them. And this one knitted.
That's cool.
So, yep. And then, what else did I get? Well, and then the only other thing I got was a Starbucks mug that says Montreal on it because I thought it was a great souvenir. And I do want to see if it was orange on the inside or if it's blue. Nope, it's orange. Everybody did have orange. So, yep, there's my... If we'd had something, this would have been my mug.
We would have used that coming across, but
yeah, we'll have to wait.
Next time.
Yep.
100th episode, maybe you will see that Montreal cup there.
Yep, that's true.
Which is coming up, yeah.
That's it. I mean, I have yarn I have to order.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have it.
Yeah.
So, and that's okay. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
And it looks better going through customs and...
Yeah, for her.
On the charge card, it looks even better that it doesn't show till next month.
I just have to look at it myself when I get home, which is fine, which is totally fine.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah,
is that it that you bought?
That's it for me, okay. Yes.
We looked very hard, though. We did a lot of shopping.
We did.
And felt a lot of yarns at the market.
And saw a lot of lovely bags.
We totally did. I also bought some Catherine Pelletier art. And we'll just pop that up. Some cards. She lives in Quebec, made in Quebec, so I am that.
And she was doing a collaboration with
Julie Aslan.
Yep.
So I purchased those because I saw this on with Knits and Pieces with Noelle.
Yes.
Went to Leo and Roxy and bought some of the work sock yarn. This is going to be some socks for me. Probably not until next winter. So Leo and Roxy, lovely booth as well. And this feels so soft. So I'm super excited about playing around with that. Went to Twill and Print. And bought some pins also. Okay, Sleeve Island. And
it's a keychain.
It's a keychain. You can measure your
swatch
with it. You can measure your wraps per inch and a beer bottle opener. And then a gift for a friend who does not watch, so it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter.
And then I also bought row counter for me that goes, these go on, have really nice on the back.
It's a pin.
It's a pin and it's a row counter on both sides. So I also did that. And then we picked up some little backs that these are really super, they're like what used to be on stick pins for the back of your pins that you might get, and you can put them on,
I need a couple of those.
Yeah, on your thing. So that's super cool. So that was from them. And then my first stop, I had known that I wanted to do this, and I went to Dolphina Collective.
And Sherry, don't be watching this.
Yes. This is not an episode for kids. Well, none of them are, but anyway, I could not resist this bag, and Dolphina told me that she had made a dress out of this fabric. And so this is my bag, little project bag. I knit shit. And so I just thought it was fun, and it's the right color, so I had to do that. And then finally, our last stop, when it was a little bit better in the booth.
A little crowded, not too bad.
Wanted to go to Sonder Yarn. And so we did, and with a little bit of work, I picked up yarn. This is going to be in the fall. It's going to be a sweater, a cardigan, probably a petite knit, but I'll play around with it. You know, it just depends. I have one that I knit years ago from Knitting Pure and Simple, and I would do it again.
Oh, I always like their patterns too, but I love petite knit too.
So I bought some Muse, which is a merino linen, and this is in the Parade colorway, and then Haze, which is Surrey alpaca and silk. And so the two of those are going to go together in a cardigan, but again, not until fall. So I'm and the thing is, I had mohair. We almost got a debacle because we had mohair and Surrey mixed, and
they were in the same
Lisa,
compartment.
Lisa,
yeah,
Melissa.
No. It was Lisa.
Lisa, who used to own Espace Tricot, called attention that she was manning the register for Melissa, and that I had gotten some Surrey, and some mohair,
kid mohair.
Yeah, and then they didn't have enough mohair, so I'm fine with doing this. So these are going to be fall knits, and I truly have been coveting that since, I don't know, at least 2 years. It was COVID. I know that for sure. Oh my gosh, here it is, deep in the thing. And I've been wanting one of these from Thread and Maple.
I love mine.
And we've seen it, and I'll pop that open. You can see that.
It's an on the go.
Called On the Go.
Little travel pouch, and it's got everything you really kind of need.
Exactly.
Scissors and darning needles, markers, and little.
So I'm super stoked about that. I'm not going to use it till I get home and want to put everything out and blog about, I'll do a blog thing or whatever. But anyway, so that's what I did for Sandra. That's what I spent, and I really, really have wanted that parade colorway, and it's been not necessarily always in stock. And I knew that I wanted to do it, another green sweater that wasn't the bright green. So that is the day of shopping that we have had. And that's really kind of it. It's been, we've had a wonderful time.
It's been a whirlwind. It's been fun.
Yeah. And 2 days driving and 2 days driving home. But we have met a lot of cool people. We have met up with those that we Zoom with on Tuesday nights and sometimes on Saturday nights as well. Met at Frivolous and Frugal Replied Mini Meetup. Met other, people who are so gracious here in Montreal. So it's been a nice trip. I'm ready to go home and start knitting. I'm ready.
Me too.
But we'll get up early in the morning and head out and be on our way. So anyway, so this is a special Montreal episode. Thank you, everyone who is tuning in and watching the videos. I hope that someday you'll come up to Knit City. I think next year I heard somebody say that it was going to be in Toronto. It's been a fun trip to come up with, and I highly recommend it. The city's wonderful, even if you come just to visit some places. So thank you, viewers, for tuning in, for new people. And I am PJKnits on Instagram again. I am Penny J is my Ravelry. The group on Ravelry is PJKnits. I have a blog, www.pjknits.blogspot.com. And Debbie will be back for our episode 100, where we'll give away another Sandy bag. And so that's really all we have for right now. And now, so until next time, thanks for coming by, and I hope you're able to go to a festival near you. Knit on. We'll see you on the Pearl side.
Bye.
Bye.